Welcome in, everyone. Farmer Cop here for episode 38 of Frankenmuth. We are doing great. Our farm is massive and growing. So we're gonna go sell popcorn off, and then the next time you'll see us, we'll go over the finances from the previous year. That's kind of where we're sitting right now. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of keep chugging along. This is probably already the thumbnail, but I've got a pretty good idea of some stuff I want to maybe buy this episode, so we'll see. But again, I don't know if that's going to happen yet. You guys know. I don't know yet. Yeah. I've been slowly, our silage is all fermented. I've been slowly moving it over to our bunker silos. I switched out to these new belts. So, these belts pick up stuff as fast as well, let's just go in the store. It'll be easier to explain it in here. If we go to belts, belt systems, we added this guy, the quick belt system, which requires this pickup still. Which you can have them do, 10 times faster than standard, which is awesome. However, I learned this guy does it about the same speed as 10 times standard, and it picks it up off the ground automatically. So I just switched to those. We got two here and one over at the other bunker silo. You can see we're making our way through those two clamps there. Things are happening. Let's pick up some of our popcorn here. Get some of that sold off. Oh, I hate that I have to do this every time. Maybe if I go this way a little. Yep, it was a lot quicker that way. 700,000 liters. We're slowly pouring in our corn here as well. Actually, good. These guys might be a little low. No, they're not really low, but we should still probably put some corn in here while we're over here. Shove some of those cotton bales over to the spinneries here in a bit as well. Spinneries, I'm sure, have plenty of cotton still, but anyhow. That down there. We're still loading up. But yeah, so if we go over here, that wasn't the vehicle I wanted to enter. I got this one set up for this silage clamp here, which sometimes the clamps do this, but the bunkers do this, but it'll fix itself here in a minute. So kind of securing some of that for whatever reason. This guy has 2 million liters left inside of it. I filled it up with 5 million liters to start from over there, and I've been filling it up periodically here. But yeah, there's just, which actually we can just, might as well, while we're sitting here, have it just under here, filling up. Yeah, it's quite quick. It picks that stuff up quite well. I might actually have to use this guy to open that up a little bit. Which is good that we still have it. I don't know why it does this. Let's try to, maybe if we scoop where there's still stuff over here. Yep, there we go. That got it to open up a little bit more. All right, hopefully, I didn't do it on the other side, but occasionally that does happen. Here we go. All right, we'll do that. That's good there. I'm just gonna back this guy up again. Honestly, we're never going to have any more digestate. We probably could just sell this off, because nothing we're doing is making digestate. And this guy right here, I think sadly we can sell it off. I know Jason's going to be upset that I'm getting rid of my JCB. It served us well. Served us well. 18 and a half hours well. I think we bought it new, didn't we? Maybe we didn't. I don't know. I swear we bought it new. Repaint. Repaint. Sell. Okay. These guys are all still sitting over there. Yep, you're grabbing stuff. You got lots of stuff to grab now. Get you a little bit closer there. Okay. Everyone's doing fine. On to the popcorn. Sell everything container is the best price right now. I'm gonna have to make 3 loads because we have 700,000 liters. I'll only keep you guys in there for the first load, and then I'll sell the other 2 off camera, but we're doing good. Things are happening. I don't know how many more episodes. Yeah, I don't know. We're making progress. That's all I can say is we're making good progress. I've got more things I want to buy and purchase and all sorts of things. We're still going to keep spending our money. I mean, if we look at our finances, BGA is killing it right now. I think we're going to pull in, it's over $1 million a month. Our BGA this year is going to make, I'm going to guess, around $20 million just this year in total, which is ridiculously crazy. So I'm loving that aspect of that. We're doing really good with that, and yeah, we're killing it. So, and plus all of the other stuff we're selling, yeah. I mean, even I guess not 20 million this year. It'd be 20 million next year is going to be the total, because we should be able to keep it completely stocked up with silage. I actually think we have too much silage. I thought we could never get too much silage. I thought even like this would just barely, get us by for most of the year. I think we have too much. I mean, which is a good problem to have. We honestly should take this land over here and make this a long field. It's a lot of land, to be honest. It'd be quite easy to just put a field. I think I am going to put a field in there. Why not, right? That's a decent chunk of land if you really think about it. That's a lot of land. We should really put a field there. There's not a lot of other spots we can... Oh, there's there trees out here? I'll delete those. That'll be fine. I didn't know there's trees on some of these. But yeah, if we put a long field in there, I think that would be kind of nifty. Maybe we'll do that this year or next. I don't know. At some point, we'll do it. Yeah, we should just put one in this year, I think that'll be good for us. Long field. Shouldn't take too long to actually put that in either. All right, let's get this popcorn sold off. We'll see what we're going to get for, not quite a third of it. Well, I mean, sorry, just over a third of it. Yeah, because there's 700,000 liters, just over 700,000 liters, so 250 is not quite, it's just over a third. It's not half. 350 would be half, so. That should be some decent money. It's not going to be crazy, See, and about there, and done. 482. We'll take that. So that'll be, 1.2-ish million dollars in popcorn, maybe 1.3. So that's not bad at all. But yeah, all right, I'll get the rest of that sold off. I don't know when to bring you guys back. Oh, actually, I do know when to bring you guys back in. I'll bring you guys back in so we can talk about finances at the end of this year. All right, everyone. Yes, it is January. Yes, there's a pile of equipment here. I decided to sell a bunch of stuff off. This is just stuff I'm just cleaning out. It's just stuff we don't use. I went through the stuff that we don't really use in here. I just, the weights, obviously we use those every year. We use these every year. These two, we might get another one of them or another two. We haven't used this in years. We haven't used this since we've been doing corn drying, which we haven't done that in years. Those guys are all fine, obviously. The quad tracks are good. The headers are good. These guys we just got. This we don't use anymore, so we're going to sell that. We're going to sell this. I know I said I wanted to hold on to it just to say I have a truck, but that just seems pointless now. We use all this stuff. Those we use. I still use these even despite the fact I got rid of the, the things that they pull, those big tanks and whatnot. The big X1180s, we just got those. Yes, we use those. We use those. We use those. We don't use this. We haven't in years, so I'm going to sell that. We don't use this. Haven't in years. Going to sell it. Don't use this. Haven't in years. Going to sell it. These two things, they just suck. They're awesome. I love their concept, but they just miss too many pieces of the field, so we're going to sell those. Don't use this anymore either. I think that's pretty much everything. I'm just going to finish going through here. Yeah, we use the rest of this stuff. Yeah, we use those occasionally. We don't use this guy very much, but we literally used it this episode to kind of break some stuff up, so we're still going to hold on to those. But yeah, I just wanted to clean some stuff up, we just have a lot of stuff that we don't use regularly enough. Nope, didn't want to do that. A lot of the stuff does not need repairs. All right, well, none of it now, actually. Okay, all it says repainted. Okay, let's get these guys in here. Yeah, I know, I'm just using Super Sync just to get this done real quick. We'll just throw you in there. Yeah, nope. It's such a goofy game when you can do stuff like that. All right, oh, that one needs repaired, and then, all right, there we go. All right, so after that, I'm gonna finish now. Just kind of, I only discovered that we should probably do that because I was going through things in our, vehicle list and updating our assets list. So I'm going to now finish updating it, and then I'll bring you guys back in, and we will kind of go from there. All right, the numbers are in for, I can't remember what year it was, but the numbers are in. The numbers are crazy for last year. I mean, let's just take a look. it's the only way we really can go about it, you know? So let's take a look. Here are the numbers. So, um, this year, income, very profitable, 20 million in income, 13.6 million in profit. The BGA made $10 million, and there's 4 months with no income, and these ones are kind of small, to be honest. I think we can consistently get numbers like this, which is going to really, really bump things up. So that's crazy. Selling assets, obviously 2.7 million, but yes, that's not going to happen every year, but nor is this vehicle purchase or this purchase. I mean, we're still purchasing things every year, but yeah, it's insanity. Harvest income 1.6 million. I think that was from selling. Was that soybeans that we sold? What sells in June? Yeah, that was soybeans. That was our last soybean harvest. So that won't be there next year. Products sold 6 million. That's clothing. That is popcorn. That is carrot soup. That's what we got going on there. BGA is now our biggest source of income, which makes sense. Assets, total of $56 million in value. We have 30 million in the bank, which is insanity. Do we actually have that? I got to check that. We do 30.3 million. Wow. It's just insanity. But yeah, we're doing really good on assets. That's for sure. Farm valuation. This is our biggest increase yet. We had a 31 before back here, but 33%, which is even crazier because that's a way bigger number for 33% of that. This company is being, is rapidly increasing in value. This would be $100 million farm. We could make this $1 billion farm if we really wanted to. This is the way to go about it. I think this year 28, this is where we're going to see truly what maximum profit's going to look like for the farm. That's where we're really going to see that. So that's going to come into play there. I'm very excited about that because we're going to have even more income and we're probably going to spend, less money. So it's going to be great. But yeah, total farm value is $56 million. We could retire right now, but that's insane. So what am I going to do now? Well, next month we're obviously going to plant cotton, which I think we have an appropriate amount of cotton. These guys they're all pretty close. Let's go visit. Do we have any cotton sitting out anymore? No, all cotton's been put into them. I mean, how much do they go through a year is kind of actually what we should really calculate here. So 2,400 times 9 times 4 times 12. They go through about 1 million liters of cotton a year, which if I remember, I think we harvested a little less than that actually. A little under that number. So we might be a little low on cotton. So what we'll probably do is we'll keep everything the same, except when we put in the strip field here. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to do corn on that field over there. I feel like that'll be a good field for corn. We put that in. It's going to look really small, but that field in terms of acreage is going to be similar to like a field like this, or maybe a field like this actually. Once you have that actually all the way up and down there. So it's actually be quite a bit of acreage there. But yeah, so we'll have that. That'll have a good harvest off it. Maybe we'll add cotton to this field. I think we'll do that. We'll loop up there. We'll add cotton to that field this year to change things up a little bit. Just to add a little bit more cotton to see how that's going to work. And then we'll do corn there and just go about our business. So that's kind of the plan. Everything else will be corn. Well, except for obviously, this is what we're going to do. Well, I guess it's all removed, huh? I can't even see what we did before. But the carrots. I did carrots here. I think I'll do carrots there again. And then corn for everything else except for we'll add this to be cotton. So I think we'll be very similar this year. I'll get the cotton planted off camera. I don't know how far we're going to make it in this episode. I will say probably right around March, May, somewhere in there. Well, April for sure. Probably April is when we're going to have some things that I want to buy. So we'll start going down that road once we get there. And yeah, I'm excited about that. So we'll probably make some major purchases this episode and next episode because I have some good plans for the farm. And I mean, we're at a point where we can kind of do that. So money is no object to us. We have 30 million in the bank and we have plenty of money coming in. So yeah. All right. I'll see you guys here soon. All right, everyone. This actually might be the last little segment of this episode, but we're going to go on a shopping spree and I'm so excited. I honestly am just pumped. So what I've done, I've limed our very long stretch of field here. I have planted cotton in these 4 fields. I've weeded these 3 because I had weeds, and then I fertilized these 3 because they needed to be fertilized. So we're doing good. Fields are looking good there. cotton is growing. Obviously, next month we're going to get corn planted and yeah, our carrots as well. So that's where we're at. But yeah, okay. We're gonna sell all of this and just stick with me. I know it's crazy. Pair. Some of these have a lot of hours on them. I mean, these all have a lot of hours on them. So we're just refreshing, you know. Does it need to be repaired? And then the repaint. And that should 89. If I add 50, yeah, okay, it does add to the value that much. Okay. You should still make more of a profit if you repaint them before you sell them, which makes sense. Okay, and then we're gonna sell. So here we go. All right, and then we're gonna get this guy on there. Okay. So much to repair some of these. That's part of the problem, is they get damaged really quick. 50 hours is kind of the ideal point to sell tractors, by the way, in this game if you want maintenance to stay lower. That's when the maintenance kind of maxes out. Obviously, you can hold on to long term. I'm not saying it's always the best financial sense in game to sell the equipment, but that's just kind of where they are. So, okay. What do we have? What can we get? I mean, we literally, the world is our oyster. We can get whatever we want. I think large tractors might be a bit much for some of the stuff we need them for. So we had 9 S's before, right? Yeah, which have 425 horsepower. I guarantee we did that. These ones only go up. They don't go up. But I mean, to be fair, we just don't need the crazy tractors, to be honest. We really don't. We haven't used a ton of versatile stuff. I haven't used a ton of Valtra. I'm using Valtra on one of my series right now, though, so I'm not too worried about it. We're not going to get old school stuff because we are a modern, large farming operation. So we had 9 S's. This guy is incredible. Can it do a front 3-point? No. So this won't work for what I really want to do anyways. Honestly, some of these are just a little big for what we need to do. Yeah, I think we stick medium. So for the fertilizer spreading, we could do. I haven't used a ton of Kubota, and it would actually fit really good with our kind of Midwest style farm. 200 horsepower would be plenty as well for the fertilizer spreading. No front loader wheel setup. We don't need twins really. Medium tires, I think I kind of like better. I'm not a big fan of like that on the back there. We could do wides. Yeah, I think we maybe do that kind of setup there. We could do that. It's not a crazy expensive tractor either. Is there a bigger Kubota? I think that's the biggest, isn't it? Yeah, that's the M8. Okay. I thought there was more Kubota tractors out there. I don't know if I want to use that Kubota then. I'm not a huge fan of the look. I just am not. We're not going to do a Massey Ferguson again. Not anything against Massey Ferguson. I love Massey Ferguson tractors, but this versatile, I haven't really used this one. It has a front 3-point. It's the same as the Kubota, isn't it? 272. Is that, what does that go up to? 200. It's got the little rod dealios, though. Is that not like very similar tractor? So more horsepower. Twins are too much. Standard would be fine, but I think more wides. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, yeah. So that's our fertilizing tractor right there. So this is what's crazy. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And their only job is to do fertilizer. That's all their job is. So we go down here, fertilizer spreaders. Should make sure there's no. I think we are still going to go with the Cavernaland. It's just a great fertilizer spreader. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. However, we are also going to add, if we go up to, I think it's, yeah, this is 1600. No, we don't need any of those. This is too standard. I want to see what that looks like first, though. Okay. I want to see what this setup is going to look like before I get too committed. Because then we don't need a front weight. Because that tank will act as the front weight as well. I'm not a fan. Let's try... How about this guy? Do we need the... We don't need the extra front weight. What does that look like? It just is too far away from the tractor, I feel like. That looks even worse. Okay, so... I'm good with it, you know? Honestly, we could just put our geo spread in the front and it would hold a lot more, but I think that'll cause issues if we do that. Oh, yeah, I just wish there was... I wish there was better fertilizer tanks. I did check all over the mod hub. There really isn't a lot of other options and things like that out there, which is just kind of a bummer. Doubling up the capacity would work really well. Let's just do a little experiment in here. If I did put another one on the front, if I doubled up the spreaders. The front just doesn't look good anyways, but this actually looks a little ridiculous. So never mind. I'm good with just this front tank here. We'll get the horse front tanks. And then I'm just going to go do this real quick. Actually, let's go here. It'll be easier. Vehicles. Where is... It's K-branded. So let's go down... That thing. Let's sell that. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. Okay. So let's go back into here. Tanks. 1, 2, and 3. Add 1,600 liters capacity to us as well. Which is great news. So we got that guy. Let's get these guys hooked up here. That up. There we go. Just get them over here out of the way a little bit. I'm gonna have to put them in a nice nifty fashion for a thumbnail shot. That's a later farmer cop problem. All right, let's hook this up. We're not even close to being down here. We're gonna buy 12 tractors, which is insane. First off, I like these. I think this looks great, actually. It's growing on me. The front tank I wish was not quite as far out. Inside, that would be ridiculous to work from that condition there, but... Alright, let's grab this bad boy. There we go. Okay, next thing we need to buy. It'll be yield improvement weeders. This is the only one that does medium weeds. Small, small. Only does small. Yeah. Okay. These, I mean, this is a solid weeder, don't get me wrong, but we're definitely going to use that. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, now we need a tractor for those 4 pieces of equipment. So here I'm actually, well, what does it say for their horsepower requirement? 160. Okay. We again don't need anything crazy. Ooh, I don't use McCormick's really. 310 is a lot of horsepower. We want. Do they have a narrows option? Probably not. Standard would be fine. Use these guys for weeding? That's not a bad idea. Is there a smaller McCormick? Let's go. Hold on. Let's take a look. McCormick. Nope, just that guy. Gosh, all right. I wish there was a slightly smaller one. What do we got in here that could work really good? I'm also trying to stay kind of true to the US a little bit. These guys are just not big enough. These guys are going to be too big. Yeah, especially for weeding. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. So, I can change the color. Do I like that? I do kind of like that a little bit darker there. Standard. Yep. Okay, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We still have over $30 million, so we're still doing excellent. And then we need weights for those. Weights are down here, aren't they? Yep. That is an Agco, so an Agco would probably be best. 2.3 tons is a bit much. 1.5 seems about right. Let's just make those black. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now we're starting to use our time up for the episode. So the next thing we have 2 lime spreaders right now. Which I'm going to buy 4 new lime spreaders. Theoretically. What am I doing? I need to pretend like I know what I'm doing here. All right, here we go. So, that doesn't do lime. That does do lime. 15,600. That one just holds more. That's the one we're going to go with. So, yeah, we have 2 of these right now. Do narrows. Yep, do that. All right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Oh, we still got room out here. Okay. I was a little worried we'd be running out of room, but we're doing okay. Okay. And then to go with the lime spreaders, we definitely need a bigger tractor for this operation. Something that's just beefy, has a lot of power. I mean, this actually would work really good for it. But, is there any tractor we have not? Fents are starting to become, honestly, more prevalent in the U.S. We could do some Fent 1050s. That'd actually be kind of perfect for that. I'm actually not a fan of it. Yeah, I actually kind of like the original a little bit better. I don't think we need twins. Twins might be a bit much, but I'm good with wides. Wides and weights. We don't probably need weights. We honestly don't even really need a weight on the front. But yeah, this setup right here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we're under 30 million. This is insanity that we can afford this. This is just insanity. Absolute insanity. Okay. So here we are. This is what we got. This is what we got going on. I'm going to end it here. This again is truly insane. I'll take a screenshot of all this for the thumbnail, but yeah, that's what I got for this episode. We just spent a crap ton of money. These are that way we don't have to switch anything around. We just got it all taken care of. We're all good. I love this setup. So yeah, there we are. All right, if you enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I will see you guys on the next one.